going on, Team IBB? It is IBB James, and I'm here with the hashtag IBB Windy. He'll tell you a little more about the story about that and his real name. But he is here to help us with the hashtag IBB Top 3 Trilogy Keys to Success.
I get to tell 3 of them?
Gets 3, but they have to come back for the second and third because it's a trilogy.
I like leaving the crowd in balance. In peril.
So he is officially sponsored Team IBB athlete. He's worked extremely hard to get that, but also too just something that Team IBB is all about. You're a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you're fun to be around. You're a good person. You work very hard. But again, you know him getting, you know, when you decided to start working your tail off and to put an extreme amount of passion and sacrifice and discipline into, you know, running marathons and being an IBB marathon extraordinaire, you know, like IBB wasn't even a thing yet. You know what I'm saying? So what's cool, I said, for those of you watching this, don't worry, the sponsorships, the glory, don't worry about that, worry about you. I think, you know, I think your first key to success is going to be very helpful for that. So I'm going to shut up, and then why don't you dive into the first one. But first, tell us a little bit about who you actually are.
Well, my name is Sean McCullough, and the reason why James alludes to the story is because he's been around me most of my life. We both graduated from Willoughby, and I was graduated actually with John, his younger brother.
Johnny boy.
And you know, the story that I can tell about the marathoner is not the typical story that anyone can tell.
Yep.
You know, James knows me when I had a size 44 pant.
Nice.
Yeah, and now it's at 33.
Yeah,
dude. Right?
My man.
And when he was running the 2 mile, I couldn't even run the 2 meter. So, you know, in the first key of success, I think we're going to allude to is being confident. Because at that time when I first met you, I wasn't confident. I wasn't who I was, and I am now, and believe in myself. And that took years and years of progress and sacrifice. So, you know, going and leaving Willoughby and leaving my cocoon and heading to Athens for 4 years taught me a lot about how to be confident because I had to be on my own and learn things my way. And the funny thing about running is I just went out for a run one day, kind of like Forrest Gump, right? And, you know, I just did a 10K, right? I'm like, I'll just run a 10K, see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's easy, let's do a half. And I'm like, let's just go do the full, let's see what happens. And, you know, a lot of things that I could think about, a lot of things that I feel were taken out on that pavement. You know, some of the anger that I had in my heart, some of the angst that I have.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
And it gave me the ability to be confident because if you can do a marathon and a 50K, I mean,
it's intense, man.
It's beyond intense. I can't put into words.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, I'll be with IBB Zach Fennell, the CP Vigilante. He's doing the Towpath Marathon, so I promised that I would do it. If he did it, we're trying to recruit you, obviously, but we'll see if it shakes out in your schedule. But what I've been told is that it's not even so much you have to do a marathon to like be confident that you can physically do it, but it's people I really respect. It's like a spiritual, like you will discover so much about yourself. It's like a spiritual journey. So can you kind of dive into, from a confidence aspect, like, you know, during the marathons or during the train, like what did you learn about yourself, or like, you know what I'm saying, like what are some things that like kind of happened, some aha moments?
It's not the 26 miles you do in Chicago or Columbus or New York or anywhere else. It's the Saturdays or Sundays that you do your long distance that no one sees you when you're prepping for the race. And the only person you have is your own self or a couple of friends.
Yeah.
It's easy when you have 1.7 million people rooting for you.
Yeah, right?
Oh, man, it's so much easier.
Oh, this is so hard. Oh, no. Oh, please, no praise, no praise.
Right?
It was a team effort.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's what's going on inside your mind that determines it. It's not about the physical. It's all about the mental and how you can accomplish in that. And if mind truly can go over the body, and that's what I've learned from the whole experience of running these marathons.
That's
my
awesome.
mind is stronger than my body no matter what.
That's awesome. Your mind is stronger than your body. Like that is like that. That's so cool. I love that. And so and even for me now, like as a long distance runner, I've never run a marathon, but I put in the mileage to the point in college, like I literally like ran myself in the ground. So like the whole mind is stronger than the body. Like mentally, I was like, whatever it takes. And come college, like I just didn't listen to my body. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between pain and being hurt, and I was hurt, but treating like I was just sore kind of thing. So, so for me now, it's like it's I always still have that mental edge that creates. So like that confidence, that mental edge that it creates. Like, what are some other things, like being confident in running? Has that kind of like overflown into other areas of life too?
Absolutely. I feel like I'm a better professional at work every day. I'm able to tell my students, like, this is my story. My track athletes, this is my story. Yeah. And it's hard for my students to relate to it, but it's really a good story for the coworkers that I have every day. To know that I've been through so much to get to a point where I can run a marathon. Like, they are inspired by it. And for me, it becomes ho-hum, but at the same time, it becomes, oh my God, I actually do this sometimes. Yeah. And it's crazy. Look at the pictures. When you're at the finish line, you're getting a medal. Yeah, man. Getting a free banana and a free beer. Can't beat that, dude. Right? Yeah. So,
potassium and alcohol.
Those are the two B's for IBB, man. I get beer and bananas. That's what I'm talking about. So, I mean, it comes down to, you do something that the 1% can.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's I love it. I love it, man. That's very cool. And too, like I said, it's you and Zach Cannell have both inspired me. Like, I'll be completely honest, I have zero desire to do this marathon, but you guys have inspired me so much that, and it's like, hey, Team IBB, step up. Like if you want to run your mouth about being confident and mentally tough, like bring it, So, very cool, very cool. Anything else to add in like being so like in your professional, life, or like even like with like when you're telling people, hey, hard work pays off, do you feel, had you not, when no one's looking, had you not put in the work and had you not had the real experience, like it's one thing to say like, oh yeah, just work hard and things will work out. Do you feel that people, like coworkers, students, whoever you're talking, do you think that they would listen to you if you didn't have the story to back it up?
I would hope that they would listen to me, but I realistically think that if I didn't have the story where I came from the bottom and rose like a phoenix.
Yeah. IBB Phoenix.
Oh, all right. My goodness. Another IBB.
Windy Phoenix. IBB, Windy Phoenix. Marathon extraordinaire.
I really think my story is more inspiring because of the journey I went on. And I think everyone's story is inspiring because of the journey I went on, no matter who they are or where they come from.
That's awesome. So you, so size 44 to size 33.
Yeah.
Like, when you first started running, like, was anybody like, dude, you can't? Did anybody say you couldn't do it? Like when you said like, I'm gonna do a half marathon, I'm gonna do, like, did anybody like naysay you?
It was not the marathons. It was more or less when my aunt was the one who told me, she's like, I don't want you to go to college waiting to 85. She's like, and my mom was kind of concerned. I was starting to develop pre-diabetes.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, and at 18, which is frightening.
Yeah.
So, like, and I was the kid that was picked on in school. I mean, and a lot of people, when they started noticing I was losing weight, they tried to start bringing me down because they knew I could be brought down. And it was the first time in my life I stopped listening to others bring me down. The first time I just said, I'm listening to myself. Yeah. I'm going to do it. And I walked into Bob Geiser, our old assistant principal's office, and I go, I need early dismissal. He goes, why? I'm like, I'm going to lose 50 pounds before the school year's over. He goes, it's for people who work. I'm like, I'm going to work on being a better person. I need to do that. That's my New Year's resolution. Yeah. He's like, weigh in a month. Otherwise, I'm yanking your early dismissal. Every day at 1:30, I got out of school, played basketball, worked out, and ran 1 mile on the treadmill. Like, I did 1 mile in like 13 minutes. Yeah. And I did it. I worked out from 1:30 to 5:30 every day. I mean, I worked my butt off. And I got stepped on the scale for Mr. Geyser a month later. I was 13 pounds down. Yeah. And eventually, like, what happened was interesting was they started getting concerned I was losing weight too much. So they, like, the principal started like advising me with vitamins and like other stuff. Like, we need to get your nutrients now. So the hardest moment of me, the whole journey, was like around prom, you know?
Yeah.
And I started plateauing for the first time because
Yeah.
I started taking a vitamin regimen program to support my weight loss. So I went from 280 and January 1st, by May 1st, I was 245.
Yeah.
And I was wearing all my stepfather's clothes because he was I was now his size.
Yeah.
I had no clothes. So I'm wearing these colorful polos. I look like a peacock every day.
Looking flat.
Oh, he has interesting style, George, I'll tell you. But I was wearing these god-awful clothes because like 40-year-old dad jeans because I had nothing else to wear because I was down to a 38 already.
Yeah.
So it was, and that was the moment that tested me. I was the same way for about 3 weeks, and I could not get over that hump.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the old me would have folded in and said, you know what, I did my best, let's move on.
Yeah.
And I started trucking along. By the time I got to OU my freshman year, I was 225. And then somehow my senior year, by the time I got to senior year of college, I was playing basketball with my friends, and I dunked a basketball. And I was just like,
yeah, dude.
I was all about it. I was all about it.
All about it,
Oh my God. I'm like, I went from a kid who couldn't even jump an inch to a kid who was dunking a basketball. I couldn't do a push-up at football tryouts. I can now do 60 push-ups. I mean,
that's awesome.
The story's inspiring, and I hope other people become inspired by it.
Yeah, no, and that's like I said. Thank you for sharing that. Because that's what I've realized too. Is like my story's not the same. But I was a fat kid trying to lose weight, 7th grade.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a lineman for middle school football because I was going to go pro.
Go Warriors.
Go Warriors. We'll be Warriors. What's up? So I was just, honestly, I was going to be a thrower, and I threw the shot put for the first time and didn't go anywhere. And then I went to the discus area. I'm like, well, discus, I'll be awesome. I'll do it. And I couldn't get the spin. I couldn't even get the discus to roll, like the drills where you just like would roll it like a bowling ball kind of thing, and you couldn't do it. And I'm like, well, I'm not fast, so I can't be a sprinter. I cannot jump at all, so distance. Okay.
There you go.
And I just remember, like, I was like, just that whole, like, all right, I did it. I made it through today. I can get through tomorrow, but I just hated when people said I couldn't do, like, oh, you'll never beat so-and-so. You'll never be this. You'll never be that. Yeah, man, it's cool. Distance running has been very, and it's changed both our lives. But I feel like the distance running for me, like, that defines who I am as a person right now. Like, everything from running has carried over into business, has carried on the community stuff we do. So, thank you for that, man.
No problem.
Your story is so powerful. Like, your story inspires me all day, every day, and now I know more. So thank you. So, all right, Team IBB, thank you for joining us on part 1 of the hashtag IBB Top 3 Trilogy with our man hashtag IBB Windy, Rise Like a Phoenix, extraordinaire marathoner.
Yeah.
Awesome dude. So be confident. And even be, he saw himself down 50 pounds long before it actually happened. And like you said, you plateau, if you're not running into obstacles, you're not trying hard enough.
Correct.
If you are not slamming into brick walls, like figurative brick walls of pain and suffering and those moments that challenge you, like, you're not trying hard enough.
No, you're not.
And so thank you for that. And check out video 2 and video 3 that will be posted here in the next few days. And until next time, stay burn proof.